Hello everyone! This is my new game. If you couldn't tell already, it's a SNES game. Let's jump right into it. It is a Chrono Trigger ROM hack called Crimson Echoes. You could call it a ROM hack, I suppose. You could call it an unofficial sequel. You could call it a fan game. Whatever you want to call it, it is a Chrono Trigger unofficial fan game sequel ROM hack. Let's just let these guys talk. Yep, that's obvious. That's also obvious. Yep, that's very obvious. And yes, I haven't played Chrono Cross, but I don't think it's too necessary. The Chrono Trigger characters weren't even in Chrono Cross. Well, I don't think they were. They weren't main characters anyway. It is good though. I've played quite a bit. It is a good game. It's a bit sit back and not actually play. Like I'll get into that later, but the story's good. That's obvious. Very obvious. You need to either play the original on a ROM or get it on the DS. Play Chrono Trigger. It's incredible. It's the main reason I'm playing this ROM hack. Yes, definitely do. And the cat, it is a robot or a bomb or something, I don't know. Chrono apostrophe 99 is a bomb. So, here we are, Chrono and Mal looking at a fountain or something, our cute couple. The cutest couple. Kind of getting into the post-story of Chrono Trigger. It's 5 years afterwards. You realise that afterwards. It is 5 years after Chrono Trigger, so. And Chrono talks! He can talk! If I was not like, if I didn't think Family Guy was an awful show, I might actually put in a clip there. But Family Guy is an awful show. I might put a clip of the one where Brian and Peter are talking, and Peter turns to Brian and says, "You can talk." Probably one of the only funny jokes in Family Guy. But, let's return to the castle. Our two members of our cute couple. And why is there a little black bar on the bottom of the screen? Does that stay? And Chrono still lives with his mother, even though he's got a castle to live in. Lucas there. So rise and shine, our hero who can all of a sudden talk. You could maybe explain that by saying he had a cough or a sore throat in the whole of Chrono Trigger, or maybe he was just very shy and now he's kind of, in the 5 years between the two games, he's come out of his shell and now he never shuts up. Although he's still our protagonist and he still doesn't talk nearly as much as the other characters. Deliver them. To who? I've never done that before. Guess I'll try and figure out how you do that then. I'm going to explore the area. I'm not going to go straight to the castle. Maybe these people... Let's talk to them anyway. Aren't they just the cutest couple? The inn. Nope, I haven't. Yes, this game is kind of a poor, the city down below where we are now. They seem to be not friends with the Kingdom of Guardia, for whatever reason. No. I'd rather keep my money. Good for you. Just going exploring around, talking to everyone. They are clearing it out. The game kind of takes the canon, Because if you didn't know, Chrono Trigger had a load of alternate endings. it kind of takes the main ending, but it also had a lot of side quests. It takes the main, like, normal ending where you finish the game, you do the whole story, and then you beat the end boss at the actual end of the game. You could, in Chrono Trigger, beat the end boss at multiple points in the game and get different endings. But it uses that main ending, but there were also side quests to get extra weapons or extra story or whatever that this game takes that canon and says they happened. We don't keep those weapons or anything for some reason. We are still level 5, as you can see from the menu screen, level 1 even. We do have our techs still, our normal techs. We have a few more than we usually have, and we start off with magic. In the original game you didn't start off with magic, but it would make sense for you to start off with it now, unless you somehow forgot it. I don't think magic is something you'd want to just throw away and forget. I still don't know who I'm supposed to deliver these things to, and look, lol, it's error. Let's just quickly talk to everyone to actually get some story into this part of the game. Up here is more stuff. This woman who likes to gossip. No, I didn't. Chancellor is in love with the mayor's wife. Very interesting. Up here is nothing. Nothing for now. Up here is something that, well, the last thing I'll show you, since I'm kind of wasting this video with just exploring everything. Something I wanted to do, but I've noticed that I'm 6.5 minutes in. This enemy is extremely powerful. He kind of replaces the Gato from the original game, but now he is a big dinosaur head, and he does 2,000 points of damage to us, even when we only have 300. He doesn't destroy us, but we do thankfully get to live, but we are crawling on the ground in a very limited animation way. But we can escape from there, and we are walking again once we get out with 1 point of HP, but it doesn't really matter too much since we won't be facing any enemies just yet. Let's see. Oh, you're welcome. Well, are those people I'm supposed to give the stuff to? Here's the heroes, whatever he called it. This is all the members from the last game. Chrono is there, obviously, and the other you'll meet later on, unless you already know him, of course. Let's get out of here then. I don't know if I'm supposed to deliver this cake and whatever to. So let's just go to the castle. Actually, let's go to the market first and buy some items. Except it's empty. Let's just talk to the people here since it's the last. You can take the things you find here. Well, if there's things to take, I'll take them. I got a tonic. Okay, thank you. I knew that. No. Yeah, there's not much I need to show off here, and I do want to kind of get into the story. I want to make these videos 15 minutes each just to make them easier digestible. I was thinking 10, but I think 10's a bit short. I think 15 minutes is perfect, thanks to the unlimited uploads, which I still have. I can go over that if I ever need to, but I will hope to stay under 15 minutes. We have a meeting with the king and some representatives from Poor now. I believe it's poor, since it sounds like poor, the adjective that means not very much money. But it could be pore. I could be saying it totally wrong. So I believe, yeah, the representative is about to enter now. The fanfare that I didn't hear. My name is Porian, and it's also Ingress. He doesn't talk. His voice is raspy, the same disease that Chrono had in the whole of Chrono Trigger. Guess Chrono was a drill sergeant also. Fiona's... Well, I guess the Kingdom Traps. In the first game, that was another cutscene. There was a... The area below Guardi was filled with desert and... Not a cutscene, a side quest. And in that side quest, you found a way to get it to thrive and be a forest again, so... That's why that's relevant. And they seem to be wanting to cut down all the forest to use for fuel, I suppose, for their boats and ships and whatever else. Sunstone, that's another side quest that got us the most powerful weapon in the game, and also a gun, I think? Something, anyway, I forget. He did that. He could talk! What was that about? They're fine. I said that, yeah, they're strange last time. I want to see what happens when I say, yeah, they're fine. They're fine, they're just making odd demands. He said the exact same thing last time, actually. I don't think that really changed anything. Weird they didn't even bother coding that in. Okay. She's fine, don't worry. The Chancellor makes a late entrance. I don't trust you, Chancellor. The last game, you might know, he turned out to be a bad guy twice. Not just once, twice. Except, no, it was a different Chancellor from a different time period. But yeah, Chancellor turned out to be a bad guy twice. He did attend. Did you see him when you left? Gasp! 2 out of 3 conditions were not met. We said well, we didn't. They weren't met, but we humoured you at least. Why do you want to kill the Chancellor? He's a good guy now. We heard you the whole time. We caught your subterfuge. Subterfuge. I can't say that word. Chrono Trigger I mean, not Chrono Trigger. Chrono just killed that guy. I don't even know which one we killed. Did we kill the one that wasn't talking? The other one's still alive though, so I guess we killed either of them. Now we chase him very, very slowly across this bridge. You can run faster than that, guys. Speed's inhuman. No, you're just slow. We stole our time egg. Time eggs featured a lot in the last game, and they feature probably even more in this one. They didn't feature a lot, but they had a big integral part of the storyline. So thankfully we recovered our time egg. That was the purpose it was used for in the last game, in the original. Chrono talks again, still weird. That's our time element of the game. We are sucked into a vortex, and we are now in... After a nice little vector... Oh, what did they call it again? Level 7 or... Level 2? Can't... Layer 2? Layer 7? Something. The weird 3D graphics. We get to see the prehistoric times with our friend Isla. For some reason, Kino thinks that Isla is weak, even though she was the strongest physical attacker in the original. Which is weird. We also see Frog, who, for some reason, in the original, he was all like, thou is't a fine lady, but in this one he's all like, you'll see when he talks to this guy that comes up to meet him now. My captain. What? Don't you remember? I hate that formal crap. Why does he talk like that now? It's really strange. I don't know why Glenn or Frog talks like that now when he was all thou and this and themimas. I guess that was what he would have said in the original. Gozaimasu or Gojiro or whatever it is. Gojiro's Godzilla. So yes, we are now in future times. We meet up with Robo again. The robot from the future who apparently shouldn't exist anymore, but thankfully, since I like Robo, thankfully he does exist. And we also get to see... a library. An empty library. Oh, okay, a little subtext. Yes, we see one of the heroes from the last game, Magus. He is who we control now for this little section. For some reason the monster was scared of him, even though not all of them are. I guess that was just a pussy monster. The wind shifts. Okay, that will do for now. I think I'll cut the video off here. I really hope my mouse wasn't in the whole screen, because that's something I can't tell with SNES. But that will do for now. I hope you guys are enjoying Chrono Trigger so far. Chrono Trigger the Crimson Echoes. Hopefully I didn't get that name wrong. I hope it's good so far. What I kind of said before is that it's a bit sit back and watch, like I didn't do any fighting in that whole section and it was all just story, but thankfully the story is very interesting so far. There are some fights, the difficulty's ramped up a bit, the boss fights are not so... they don't happen so much, they're all kind of story boss fights where you don't actually do anything, but it's still a good game and I'm still happy that I chose it and hopefully people are still enjoying it, so I'll have more up later. See you guys later, bye. Let's let this happen actually.